everybody. Welcome to Avon Lady Jeanae's Tips and Tricks. Today is Thursday, June the 23rd, and I welcome you to my first video featuring my talking face and to get some tips and tricks about Avon. I just wanted to introduce myself. I am a new Avon representative. I guess I'm considered new. I will have been selling Avon again for 1 year. On July the 17th will be my anniversary. However, I sold Avon big time in the 90s and in the early 2000s. And I was pretty successful at it. I was great at recruiting. I was a leadership representative. I had all the bells and whistles. I was completely into the Avon community. It was in my DNA and I loved it. It was so much fun. It was like I didn't have any children until I turned 33 years old. So it was a really great way for me to spend my time and make friends. And I had the camaraderie of the other reps, and the women that I met were some of the best women I've ever met in my life. And I just had a really good time selling it. And it's just a wonderful product. That's the reason why I think I've always loved Avon so much. A lot of people assume it's cheap. The reason Avon can charge less is because Avon's been around for what, 135 years? That's a long dang time. That's a long time. When you've been around that long, your overhead is automatically going to be lower than everybody else's, lower than all the competitors, because they've been around longer and people trust the brand. So they have the wherewithal to charge less for a high quality product. That's the thing that people just don't get. That it's really high quality. I've tried all the others. I hate to use their names, but I've tried Mary Kay. I've tried Arbonne. They're really great products. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking them. But Avon is better and cheaper to me. You know, I'm sorry. Their stuff is just as good and it's just as high quality. But Avon's is a lot cheaper because they can be. So anyway, I want to use these videos not only for my new downline, which I just started, also to give my customers and potential customers some Avon tricks and tips on their makeup and on the products that they buy from Avon, be it a household item or clothing or fragrance, and how to layer fragrance without overwhelming everybody around you. There's all these wonderful tricks that I've known for years, that I'm just this plethora of information of Avon information that's just sitting here, you know. So I figured I should do something with this information. But I'm going to right now talk about what I'm about to do, and I'm going to do this quickly because my videos have been messing up a little bit lately. I recorded this for 5 minutes before and it just cut off. But let me quickly explain how the selling was in the early 2000s. All I used to do, I worked corporate. I was an administrative assistant full-time before I went full-time with Avon. I worked in a business community in a lot of mid-rise to high-rise office buildings. I used to take my Avon brochures and I would put 2 or 3 Avon brochures on each of the women's bathroom vanities during my lunch hour. I did this during lunch hour. I didn't have any kids. I didn't have kids till I was 33, so I had all this time. So I would put 2 or 3 brochures on each women's bathroom stall. I'd go to like a 10-floor building, put 3 books on each floor, and you can do that before 2000, because before 2001, because all the doors were unlocked. They didn't care before that in the office environment. I don't know why they just didn't, but they did. 2001 changed everything. You couldn't do that anymore because there were a lot of companies were much more secure. You cannot just walk into women's bathrooms in office buildings. But anyway, this is how I sold. I would do that during my lunch hour, and leave maybe, just like I said, 3 brochures on each floor for 10 floors for 2 buildings. I do that for my whole lunch hour. By the time I got home that evening, my voicemail, of course, that's the technology that was that was big back then. I'd have 2 or 3 orders. And I did that every day. And so next thing you know, I'd walk into certain offices and everyone would like, hey, there's JJ, the Avon lady, and they would swamp me because I had brochures and I had goodies and I had samples. I had all kinds of stuff to give my customers and potential customers. So anyway, that's how I became a success selling Avon. And it was a blast. It really was a blast. Fast forward to 2021. Avon is completely digital now. It's great because you don't have to do deliveries and stuff as much as you used to. However, I think that the business has lost something along the way. It used to be very much a relationships business. It still is. It's still a relationships business. But there's a different way of contacting and being in constant contact with your customers and with your downline. And it's completely different. It's a lot easier, I guess, but I kind of miss Avon sales meetings, in-person Avon sales meetings. People don't do those anymore because of COVID. COVID messed everything up. We have sales meetings that are all digital online on our websites now. And our Avon websites, you don't have to pay for those anymore either. Back in the day, you used to have to pay for those suckers. Now they are included when you sign up to become an Avon representative, which is free right now. So if you're watching this, let me know. Send me a message to go through my Avon rep store, which is avon.com/rep store /Jeanae Jones. That's JeanaeJones. Shoot me some information there, or go ahead and just sign up there. It's free. You can't beat free. At least give it a try. At least do it for the discount, because man, some of their products are just phenomenal, and the fact that you get them so much less than if you were to go to Walgreens and buy, or Target and buy, is phenomenal. So anyway, I am not being very successful though. This new way of selling. I have a lot to learn. So I am watching webinars and I'm doing all kinds of stuff to try to understand how these ladies are being successful doing what I used to do, but doing it in 2022. So I'm learning that. However, I decided I'm going to go old school. I'm a nanny during the day, full time, and every day I take my 2 nanny babies, they're two unrelated babies, on a walk. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I am going to start leaving brochures and samples and goodies, little goodie bags, on all those houses that I pass every single day when I take the babies for their daily walk. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I don't know. I just figured that was old school. But sometimes you got to go back to what you know and if it worked back then, it may work now. So this is campaign 15. Campaign 15 just started yesterday. I'm going to let you guys know what my sales totals are. I didn't sell anything in campaign 14, which blew my mind because I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, I'm doing all the things I'm supposed to be doing, but nobody's buying. I mean, I have a couple customers here and there, and I have a couple recruits, but not like before. It's completely different than it used to be. So I've got to step up my game a little bit. And if you're a rep and you're watching this, step up your game. There's so many ways to do that. So many ways to improve how you're doing things. And there is a plethora of information, not only on our Avon website, also online. Man, just Pinterest has like a ridiculous amount of information on selling Avon. And it's not repetitive. Some of it is really good tips and tricks on how to get your business going. And I'm going to get my business going this campaign. Watch. This is campaign 15. I have sold 0 so far. and today is June the 23rd. I'm going to redo this video the end of the campaign in 2 weeks and let you guys know how much I sold, because I'm going to go old school just to see what happens. All right, guys, wish me luck. I hope that you have a wonderful day. God bless you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.